The most popular lead magnets are things like ebooks and white papers. But because these are so common, people often don't value them, and hence their effectiveness goes down. Ebooks are particularly challenging because people who have no relationship with you aren't usually interested in reading a long report. They would prefer something short and actionable. Later, they may be interested in your book, but in the early stages, they want a low commitment offering. Here I want to summarize some lead magnets that are not as obvious as ebooks and white papers. The first is the checklist. People value actionable items like these. Similarly, workbooks, such as those that help you build a personalized diet, can be effective. A cheat sheet is great because it provides a lot of value to the user without a lot of commitment on their part. In other words, they don't need to spend hours reading it. Templates are great because they aren't readily available in books or blog posts. So users are more likely to give up their email in exchange for something rare. The last point I want to make is that unique lead magnets may be the most effective. If you call your lead magnet a white paper or consultation, it will be perceived as generic and less valuable. But something like an early retirement planning session or a 30-day guide to mastering WordPress is specific and communicates a specific benefit or promise. These are the kinds of lead magnets that generate high response rates. One big thing to note is that not all leads are created equally. Just because you captured more leads doesn't mean you captured better leads. One way to improve the quality rather than the quantity of your leads is to use lead magnets that are closely tied to the problem your product solves. For example, a thought leadership lead magnet such as the future of e-commerce might generate a lot of leads, but because it's generic, few people might actually be interested in your product. So you're wasting time nurturing the wrong kinds of leads. Consider a more specific lead magnet such as the 2020 guide to the best WordPress e-commerce plugins. If you're selling a WordPress e-commerce plugin, then this kind of lead magnet makes perfect sense for your audience.